Today we're doing 2005 Toyota Highlander, the V6. We're gonna start with this driver side rear, and after you take your wheel off, lift up your car, secure it, take off the wheel, and you're gonna start by trying to just loosen these two bolts for the caliper, and they're 14 millimeters. Not bad, it's a little bit dry and rusted, but the rest of the pen is good. That's the boot around the bin. It goes like this from the other side. Also dry, needs some lube. The other side, you inspect it, there's no cracks, there's no tears. Dry is not a big deal, just some lube. See, because we're changing the rotors, I don't care to scratch it, but if you're not gonna change the rotors, you have to be careful not to scratch the rotor. I mean, not scratch, not every scratch will affect the rotor, but try to keep it clean. And all right, our next step, because we're changing the rotors, our next step it will be taking these two bolts out to get the bracket out, and I believe they're 17 millimeters. Every time I get a bolt out, I like to inspect it, just see the thread is fine. And you can tell it's good because it was coming out very easy. The new rotors usually comes with a layer of grease on it or oil to protect it from rusting. It's good actually, just to give it some brake cleaner. Alright, it's going in so easy. That means this shoes is actually for the emergency brakes. So what we can do, just make it a little bit tighter so your emergency brake works good. You see that? See this wheel? That's how you can actually make them, separate them, like go out, so it will be tighter around the inside of the rotor. Yeah, see? Now, loose, but it's not. And it's turning good. Which is, if you have a skinny, long, flathead screwdriver, you can actually go from here and adjust it. But I have everything apart anyway, so I can take it in and out. The kit we got, it has all this hardware. All right, we installed the hardware, and I like sometimes to put the pads on the bracket before I put the bracket. There's another piece of the hardware you put on the pad itself, which is the indicator. So when the pad goes down, this piece is gonna start to touch the rotor, and that what is gonna give you that noise when the indication that your brakes needs to be changed ASAP. Sure, try not to wait till you get that down, but sometimes people just forget it. All right, and In this case, if you can see inside here, they're so dry. The two pins housing, they're so dry. So we're gonna put some, caliper grease. All right, we greased up inside. We greased up the boots. I put a little bit more grease, so I had to wipe some. But honestly, you never go bad. It's good when it's greased out. And all right, one final check. Everything back in place. Everything's tight, and we're ready to install the type.